Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be discussing with y'all if y'all can work in different departments. So I'm going to be saying this with the experience I have at Publix. Obviously in different companies it might be a little bit different, so I'm going to speak in regards to what I already know. Plus, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my official certificate. Yes, I am officially certified. Yes, your girl is certified or whatever. So, you know, we gonna celebrate. But before I get started, if you guys could please like, comment, and subscribe. We're almost at 2.1K subscribers, which is a big deal because we're on a road to 5K. Okay, so we just recently hit 2K, and now we're gonna move to 5K, and that's on period. Now, I'm very pumped in today's video. I've just been pumped the last few days because I have a lot going on and exciting things that I want to share with you guys, but I don't want to keep rumbling or mumbling or whatever it is that you call it. So let's just go ahead and get into today's video. Now, for a little bit of background knowledge, in case you're new here to my channel, I do work at Publix. I am currently a pharmacy tech. So I used to be customer service associate, but I just recently got my title changed to pharmacy tech, and I'm going to explain to you guys the process and if you guys can do something similar. You know, I know a lot of people like to work multiple departments. Why? Because you want to experience, you want to see what it is before you go and change your title, because as soon as you change your title, your pay is different, your tasks are different, your responsibilities, things like that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about it in this video. And like I said, if you're new to my channel and aren't familiar with the content I provide here, I do like to do a lot of helpful work videos, especially in regards to Publix. I'm trying to branch off and do like different companies like Walmart and Target as well, but I'm still working on that and trying to get the right and accurate information so I can inform you guys to the best of my knowledge. So if you guys would please, join with me on my journey, I would love to have you here. Now, let's go ahead and get started. For real this time. So a lot of you guys are indecisive, and I completely understand because I was one of those people, as into like, what department should I work at? What department is best for me? Do I want to work bakery? Bakery seems fun because you deal with the cakes and the cupcakes and all the fun sweet stuff. Should I work deli? Deli gets paid one of the highest positions, so it's like, should I work there because the money's good? Some people are like, should I work meat department? It's easy and the pay is also up there. Should I do groceries? Stocking shelves isn't hard. People are indecisive as to what department they should work for. So first and foremost, okay, this is a big one. Just because, let's say your initial position as a cashier or as a bakery clerk is, the first position you originally started, it does not mean that you can't move departments. So a lot of people think, oh, I want to be a bakery assistant, but they weren't hiring, so I lost my chances. I tell people all the time, this is one of my biggest tips of advice, okay? If Publix or any company is looking to hire a cashier, a bagger, a meat cutter, anything, take it. Take it. It's better than leaving empty-handed, right? Take it. And you never know if you might actually like it. And I promise you, it's going to probably be easier to move within the company, especially at Publix, which is a company that promotes from within, than if you were just to be like, forget it, I don't want to work at Publix unless I'm a bakery assistant or like a baker's assistant or a deli clerk or whatever. Take whatever position it is that they're hiring, whatever position it is that they're offering you, and then from there, move. From there, if you're like, okay, I've been cashiering for 2 months and really I want to be in grocery, start making your moves, start making your adjustments, because that is going to be so much easier than if you just try to apply for it, because you might not get called for it. So you're not, attached, you're not like compromised completely to one department just because that's the title in the computer. Let's say you get the approval, right? Because you have to talk to the manager who you're trying to work for. Every department has a different manager. So if you're a cashier and you're trying to work for the deli, you got to speak to the deli manager. Now, let's say the deli manager is on board with it, all right? And I'm going to give the example of Susie, okay? So let's say Susie went to the deli department and is like, Miss whatever, I would love to work in deli, but I'm currently a cashier. Da-da-da. All right, let's say they approve Susie to start working sometimes, not all the time. They're not going to throw you all the time into that one department. But let's say they approve you for certain days for you to work in the deli department. You are now considered someone who is cross-training. It kind of makes sense within the title. You're cross-training. You're training in the deli department. You're training as a cashier, or you are a cashier, whatever. So you're cross-training. You're learning, different departments. Now, you can only do this for so long. And this is the part where people get comfortable. And I just dropped a video not too long ago about how to not get comfortable at work, and that just went along for like anything. Don't get comfortable in any of your positions. Don't get comfortable in any of your jobs. Don't get comfortable in your relationship. Don't ever get comfortable. Keep it moving. Keep yourself on your toes. But this is where people a lot of times, I feel like, I wouldn't say fail, but this is why maybe people don't get to where they want to be. So people's intent of maybe cross-training in the deli is because essentially they want to become a deli clerk. But if you get comfortable while you're cross-training and you don't emphasize the fact that you need your title changed to deli clerk, then don't cry when you're not getting the pay a deli clerk makes. Don't cry when you're not getting certain things that deli clerks get, because you're technically not a deli clerk. And managers sometimes will let you sit comfortable while you're getting cross-trained, because technically then like it's easier for them. Like the deli manager, let's say, wouldn't have to put Susie technically like on her schedule or on her hours, stuff like that. So it's different. I hope that kind of makes sense to you guys, but I'm going to tell you guys how you should handle it, okay? Because sometimes, like I've said this, I think I also dropped a video about like managers exposed, and I'll stand by this. There's managers who are great and want to help you and stuff, but I'm a person who's dealt with so many managers, and that includes the good and the ones that are not that good. And some of these managers don't tell you what you're entitled to. Some of these managers just make things seem like it's their way or no way, and that's not the case. There's a handbook, baby, all right? Read the handbook and then come talk to me, okay? No manager is gonna one-up me when I'm following the guidelines and they're not. So that's how you have to be. You gotta be on your toes, okay? And don't let nobody intimidate you, none of that. So when you're cross-training, you yourself have to really sit with yourself and decide, like, do I like deli department? Do I like cashiering? You need to talk to yourself and say, where am I going to stay at? So for example, me, I started cross-training in pharmacy, and I was a customer service associate. And I had to talk to myself, because I said it in some other videos too. Pharmacy is a lot more serious. Pharmacy is a lot more stress, responsibility, just like a different environment than customer service. Customer service associates, especially at my store, a lot of times we was laughing, we was chatting it up. I'm not trying to portray it in the sense of like we weren't doing any work. We were, but it was like so laid back. It doesn't take a lot for you to know, how to ring something up on a cashier register, or for you to bring someone cigarettes or play lotto. Like, actually lotto is kind of hard, but you know what I'm saying? It was just a lot more laid back, and you had a lot more help in customer service, and you're talking to different people, and stuff is actually like really fun in customer service. And the whole customer service department, cashiers, baggers, there's days that are just so much fun, and that's the experience I had. And it's not that I'm not doing my work. I'm doing my work, but having fun with it. Pharmacy, I love pharmacy, and like I said, I just got certified, so obviously there was something I liked about it, but it's a whole different ball game. And I'm not going to sit here and not tell you guys what it really is, and then you guys start cross-training for pharmacy and you're like, dang, this is not what I expected it to be. It's a lot more serious. It's a different ball game. So you really got to decide. So I remember I would sit with myself and talk to myself and be like, Patricia, do you want to be pharmacy? Do you want to be customer service? Because there's only so long that I can be cross-training. Now I had a good manager actually, and she reminded me, and she's like, Patricia, remember, like, you're being cross-trained, like, are you going to end up picking, or are you just going to keep the cross-training? Because essentially, if you're doing the cross-training in the system, I'm a customer service associate. So if I ever left Publix or I went somewhere else, I would never be considered a pharmacy tech. Even though I was working the pharmacy all the time, I wouldn't have been considered a pharmacy tech anywhere else. So like, what good does that do to my reputation? So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys, is that inside of the company, you're chilling. Oh yeah, she works pharmacy. You thinking, oh, I work pharmacy, I'm a pharmacy tech. Baby, you not a pharmacy tech till in the system it says you a pharmacy tech. You not a deli associate until in the system it says you a deli associate. You not a produce clerk until the system says you a produce clerk. So that's the difference, and it's good to have a lot of experience and knowledge and have all these categories that define you as the person you are for future jobs, okay? So once I sat with myself and I started, thinking and stuff like, dang, like, what is it that I want? I said, you know what? I've been in customer service for long enough. I don't see myself right now growing in customer service, because the next way for me to grow in customer service was to become a team leader, but that requires full-time at Publix, which is 40 hours, because some places is 30, and I can't work 40 hours a week at Publix because I already work like 20 something hours outside of Publix in my other job. So I would be working 60 something hours a week plus going to school full-time. There was no way. So I was kind of like stuck in customer service doing nothing, like doing nothing in the sense of like enhancing, you know, for my future. So when I started working pharmacy, I actually really liked it. But once you get the gist of it, you get the gist of it, and I'm still learning, but I think I'm doing good. So I decided that I wanted to be a pharmacy tech. So once I made that decision, I actually went to my manager and I let her know. I discussed all my options with her because I told her, I'm like, bro, like, I've been working all my shifts in pharmacy, so it makes no sense for me to still be considered customer service when I could be considered pharmacy. But I was like, what if, you know, I make all the changes to be a pharmacy tech and then I end up, you know, like not liking it. Now in my specific case scenario, I don't know if this is y'all, but I'm an overthinker. I overthink everything. So I'm over here like, oh, what if I don't like it and this and that? Meanwhile, I've been working the last, like 4, 5, 6 months in pharmacy. Like all my shifts almost are in pharmacy. So like, why would all of a sudden I don't like it? But I'm just trying to like, you know, lay out all my options, tell her all my concerns and stuff, because as an overthinker, and I'm sure some of y'all are on my same boat, that's what we do. So my manager expressed to me that you're never tied down to a specific department. So I could be a pharmacy tech and then 2 months from now, oh, all of a sudden I stop liking it. I can always switch back to customer service or any department that needs me, matter of fact. And just because I'm not full-time, but let's say like in the system, I'm categorized as pharmacy tech. Okay, so that's my set position. Because my specific store and managers know that I know how to work customer service, they can still schedule me. Because that's the thing, I didn't want to like miss out on certain things that customer service associates do and stuff like that. So she told me, she was like, all the difference is gonna be, because she knows that I'm a good customer service associate, she said, is that I gotta work majority of my hours in pharmacy, but I was already doing that. So if I'm working 3 days a week, 2 of those days gotta be in pharmacy and 1 of those days can be in customer service. And I can still have my name changed, my title changed to pharmacy tech, but technically still work 1 day in customer service because I choose to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I like it. If not, I could work all 3 days in pharmacy. Now, that was so relieving, and I decided to, you know, do that. And that's when I started applying for the pharmacy tech, and I did my exam and everything, got certified, got approved. And I'm thinking of lowering my days to twice a week at Publix, which means I don't think I would really be able to work customer service. I'd only be working pharmacy, but it's fine because now I feel more like assured of myself, where I'm like, if I do want to work customer service one day, I can just say something. And if I ever want to switch, I can switch. And I really, you know, switched my major to pharmacy. So I really need to focus also on what, you know, I'm going to be doing for my future, not just, oh, what's fun at work, you know? So that's kind of like my experience, but the same thing would go for anyone else who's in my shoes. So if you're like, damn, like I want to do produce, or, you know, I've been working produce every single day, but I'm still a deli clerk. Get your title changed, because it's going to add like more titles to your name for, you know, your resume or whatever, future jobs, whatever. And if you ever want to switch back to deli clerk, it's still you still have that opportunity, most likely. And at the same token, even though your name could be switched to produce clerk, you can still be working in the deli every now and then. So that's kind of like, I just wanted to share that knowledge with you guys, because I feel like so many people are so indecisive. My second biggest advice to you would be to try different departments and really experiment. You don't know if you're gonna like it or not. Not everything is what it seems to be. I'm over here thinking, oh, I don't think I would like grocery because all they do is carry boxes. That's not all they do. I spent a day in grocery multiple times actually, and they do a lot more. Same things with baggers. Baggers have this misconception that all they do is bag. They do so much more, which I dropped a video about it if you guys care to watch it. But don't just assume things, guys. Try it out. And if you don't like it, you're not tied down to any department, especially if you're a borrower, which I suggest y'all say yes to. A lot of times these departments, especially now with the holidays coming up and stuff, they'll borrow you. Yo, can we borrow, you know, Patricia from customer service to come help us in the deli? Or can we borrow Patricia from customer service to come help us in grocery? Don't say no, because the manager technically does have to ask you, because that's not your department. And if you're not willing to work in that other department, technically you don't have to. But I would suggest that you say yes so that you try it out and it's something different. And time goes by quick when you're doing something different. And who knows, you might even like it. And like I say, pay is different in every department. I didn't necessarily get a raise when I switched over to pharmacy though, because I was already making above the minimum that pharmacy techs start off with. But there is more room to make money. So that's a plus, because in customer service, there is like a max cap. So make sure, you know, you guys are really just testing the waters is what I could tell y'all as someone who's done it myself, because you'll be surprised at the things you like, and everything is experience. And if you go to a different job, because you always got to think about your future self, you know, if you go to a job or something like that and they're like, do you have any experience in bakery? Maybe you don't have experience as in like a full-time position, but you technically have experience if you worked in that position for a month or something. You could say like, yeah, I decorated cakes for about a month, so I have a little bit of experience, you know, and that's just gonna make you sound better than for you to be like, no, I have no experience. So take all that into consideration. To wrap up this video, I'm just gonna show you guys, I don't wanna show you guys like my address, so I'm trying to take it off here. But yeah, I got my certification a few days ago, or I think it's my license, I don't know which one. And it's kind of like not the rough draft, but it's kind of like the temporary paper that they give you that says that you're like certified or licensed or whatever in the state of Florida, because that's where I live. So I was certified in the state of Florida as a pharmacy tech, and I got my temporary paper. But then now my official license or certificate, whatever, is this one, which came in, which I'm gonna obviously frame and everything. My pharmacist, he did put it up like on the wall, my temporary card. I think he does get like an original copy like this that he's supposed to put on the wall, but in the meantime he did put the temporary one up because everyone in the pharmacy who's in there has to be licensed or certified at some point. And basically this just says that, you know, my license number, oh, so it's my license, this is my license, y'all, not my certification. But yeah, it gives me my license. It says each license is solely responsible for notifying the department in writing of the, like, just a whole bunch of like smart people stuff, you know, a whole bunch of like paragraphs and words. And it says that it expires next year, and it says right up here, registered pharmacy tech. So I don't want to, let me see how I can show y'all. All right guys, so I don't know if you can really see it, but it says registered pharmacy tech, and then it says my name, and then it says named below has met all the requirements of the laws and rules of the state of Florida, because obviously that's where I'm from. So that's really cute. And the little license is like right here on the small piece of paper. You just gotta like take it out, I guess, but I don't want to take it out until I'm ready to, you know, put it like in a little binder or something, like keep stuff organized, because, you know, not every day am I getting a license for something. So I'm really happy about that. And like I said, I'm studying pharmacy, so this is like a really big deal to me and important, and I'm very happy. So with that being said, I'm just gonna go ahead and conclude today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Road to 5K, let's get it. Bye.